gotta love it. Where you're treated with respect.
Now
I tell you what, you're about to fucking piss me off. Now you're going to jail for arrest of resisting.
I'm not resisting. That's why I'm trying.
And should law enforcement engage in misconduct, brutality, or overreach, we have a population and a judge which will find them guilty. Yes, that's right. A whole small-town police department with 4 out of the 5 police officers found guilty in criminal court. But there was a catch. Roll everybody gets convicted and roll the ducks. If it walks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, and it looks like a duck, then by God, it's a duck. A little background so you know what's going on. Llano, Texas. Llano is a city in Llano County, Texas, in the United States. As of 2010, the city population was 3,232. It is a seat of Llano County. And notice all of the pictures are pretty much the same street because it's only street. So far in this huge city, 3 out of the 4 cops charged with official oppression, which to you and me, if we did it, we would be charged with kidnapping. But official oppression, busting people without any cause, have been convicted. Yes, actually indicted and convicted. Now, I'm going to show you a little bit of their policing work so you got an idea of what's going on. And then I'm going to tell you what happened to them, and then you'll get the rest of the story. So let's take a moment to get to know these cops.
Hello, Officer Hardin, Llano Police Department. How you doing tonight? Yeah, is there a reason you didn't stop at that stop sign?
I stopped. I'm sorry. He was bitching at me for it.
Okay. You got a license on you?
No, my license number is 3800888584. It's in my purse at the
Okay.
house.
What's the marijuana smell in here?
No, there's no marijuana in this car at all.
I can smell it.
I promise you. No. I promise
Okay.
you.
Well, I can
take
smell
this
the
car
marijuana
apart
in here
for
right now.
marijuana.
Are you intoxicated?
No, sir. I am
Why are
not.
you lazy-eyed? You're Brooke, right?
Yes, I am.
Last time I dealt with you, you weren't like that. So I tell you what, you go ahead and step out first.
Oh, my goodness.
I can smell it in here, coming from the car.
There's no
Get out of the highway. Really?
I'm going away from the...
No, you're walking right in the middle of it. I told you to stand right here.
What are you doing, sir?
I told you to get out of the highway and you back farther in it.
No, I was going around the car. Fine. Thank you very much.
No, you weren't. You stepped back into the highway.
In their 6 months of intense training where a cop learns how to become a lawyer, he also masters the skill of mental crises. By the way, cop lovers love to bring this up. No, you don't understand. It's only 6 months of training, but they get continued training once they're hired into a department, which brings up the question, then you mean they're not fully trained to begin with? Anyways, they're taught to take control of the situation no matter what. So this woman's first crime, keep in mind, these are crimes that can get you arrested, even though they're not on any law books, talking back to the cop, challenging his authority.
You can step out too, Mr. Merkel. Yeah, that was the dumbest thing I've seen in a while. Get out of the highway and you back further into it. Stand over there. Stand over there, Mr. Merkel. I don't care whose car it is. Get out of it. I said get out of the highway, you back further into it. Tell you what, attitude, come here.
No, I'm sorry.
No, don't tell me how sorry you are. Stand in front of my car. I literally told you get out of the highway and you back 2 feet into it.
All right.
That's what you did.
All right, sir.
All right, the cop's satisfied for now. He got her to admit that she was wrong, and she said, sir. Yes, his authority has been confirmed. For now.
Now, I can smell something in that car that smells a lot like marijuana.
This is search the car. I swear.
Did I ask you? Tell you what, turn around. Turn around.
I said.
Turn around.
I was not doing anything.
Turn.
You can't do
You're
this
about to.
me.
You're about to resist me.
I'm not resisting.
No.
I'm saying you can't do this.
I'm telling you right now. You better
I'm
stop.
not resisting.
You better stop now.
I'm trying to talk to you.
No, I don't need you to talk to me.
Okay.
You lean over that hood, or I'm gonna put you on the ground.
I'm trying to lean over here and put my hands in the car.
Your eyeballs are telling me.
What are you doing to me?
I'm tired. Stop resisting. I've already told you. Stop resisting. Stand up. I told you 3 times. I told you 3 times to stop resisting me. Yes, you did. You're still resisting me. How much you had to drink tonight? Now I can smell the alcohol on her. I suggest you stop resisting me. Do you understand? You stop pulling away from me.
I'm not pulling.
Yes, you are.
You've been yanking.
See right now?
Time.
You're still resisting
you just
me.
Yanked me.
You're right.
Stop.
And you.
Now
I tell you what, you're about to fucking piss me off. Now you're going to jail for arrest of resisting.
I'm not resisting. That's why I'm trying.
Well, that certainly didn't go over too well. Look, I'm going to have to tell you the truth, man. I personally think he just wanted to wrestle around with a good-looking young gal. I mean, there was really no reason for that. I mean, if you had a choice between a younger gal to wrestle or a stinky older man, what would you pick? I mean, you can't blame the cop. I'm trying to cover for him, okay? Just remember, cops are... All right, so what led to the busting, the indictment of all these cops? Let's find out. This is the actual arrest of Nuts, which brought the 4 indictments. Essentially, the cop was going down the street when Knotts told him, hey, slow down, because as we know, cops tend to go pretty quick in their cars. Well, as we already know, in this town, the police do not like to be told what to do. Roll cops go nuts over nuts, and roll John Master shamelessly begging for likes and subscriptions. Stay up on what the cops are doing. Make sure to subscribe. I mean, how else are you going to know what the cops are up to?
You're not a dish. You're a man. Most name brand bars and body washes you rub on your skin.
You obviously can't make smart decisions, so step on out.
I am not stepping out.
I'm going to come in and get you then.
You are not coming in.
Yes, sir.
This is my
Did you have him detained out here whenever he went into his trailer?
Not, and I
Did you have him detained?
No, I couldn't. When I opened it, he told me, he said, get on out, bitch. And whenever I called
Get
for
on
you,
out of what?
whenever I called for
My
you and
trailer,
stepped out,
or-
he ran inside and slammed the door. But he's so intoxicated he couldn't even lock it. So intoxicated he couldn't even lock it.
Get your hand off of my
No, the
door.
only thing that's going to
This
happen...
is my property.
You're right.
Take
And you've
your
already
hand
committed an offense that I've seen
I have
twice.
not.
Yes, you have, so step out.
No, I haven't. Take your hand off
Corey,
my
no.
door.
step outside, because what you're going to do is it's going to turn into, keep your hands out of your pockets, please, sir. It's going to be, I'm going to explain
Take
something.
your hand.
Sir, I'm explaining to you that
Please.
you're going to be
All right,
resisting
please take
interference with public duties to go along with what
No.
other charges. Yes, sir, you need to step
Someone
outside.
knocked on my door and I opened it to talk to the public, right?
Step
So
outside.
the public has no right to put their hand on my door. Right?
He's an
Am I
officer
right?
and he saw you inside. Is there anybody else staying in this travel trailer?
No, ma'am.
You have some ID?
I do.
Where's your ID?
It's in my wallet, right?
Where's your wallet
No,
at?
stop.
No, I can
Stop.
see where you're reaching. Now, where's your wallet? Sir, don't touch me. I'm going to
not
tell
touching
you what's
you.
going to
I'm
happen.
sure again.
You touch
I'm
me.
asking
I'm
you
telling you to get your
step out.
ID. No,
I'm
you get your ID because I don't know if you got a gun or not. Get your ID. Get your ID or I'm going to throw you in jail for failure to ID. Things are stacking up.
Well, actually, the courts have ruled, and it's been upheld many times, that as long as you're not, I'm not going to go into the whole driving, traveling thing, okay? As long as you're not being pulled over in a vehicle for a traffic violation, all you need to provide them is your name and date of birth.
Get your ID.
Is it?
Get your ID, sir.
Okay.
Get
Can you
your
watch my
ID.
hands?
I'm watching your hands.
It's right here.
Okay, we'll get it.
Right here. I have an ID.
Okay, we'll get your ID out. 705 clear. We're asking you one more time. If not, other measures are going to be taken to get you out of there. This officer had you out there and you're going, he asked you to step out, you need to step out.
Sure am, it's right there.
No, it's just slow down.
No, you didn't ask me to slow down. Let's start with the truth.
We are now traveling into another dimension, a dimension of sight and sounds that only cops can hear.
Because you seem to be super worried about kids running around here at 11 at night. But if you're so worried about that, then you probably wouldn't be dropping the F-bomb. every fourth word. Yes, sir.
Are you speeding through here?
No, sure wasn't. Speed limit's 10 miles an hour. Hadn't gotten to 10 miles an hour yet. That's a non-positive traction rear end on that Chevrolet. They skid everywhere. You heard it and assumed that I was speeding. Then you want to stand out here, call me other names, which is fine. That's your right. But when you do it in public, you violate laws. You've already done that. You're highly intoxicated in a public place. You threatened me to get out of my truck, which I did, and you very quickly scurried back into your trailer, and very quickly scurried back into your trailer, and shut your door. So go ahead and step down. Because it's obviously way too much. So if you like wearing that shirt that says LCRA, I suggest you just come on down here and start talking. If not, I've got 4 charges on you now. Sorry, 3. And I promise you that when I get off the phone with your supervisor, you will not be wearing that shirt anymore.
Because you were beating on it.
Stand by your back. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. This could have gone a different way. Turn around.
Do you want tased?
Yeah, she's fixing to tase you, dude.
Turn around. Turn around.
Please don't.
Turn around. Grant, what you having, Bob?
My confrontation.
You are confrontation.
Sir?
Let's go.
I don't want to walk outside.
Yeah, all right. No, come outside now. I'm going to take you outside if you don't come out on your own.
Okay.
And you're not going to like the way I do it.
Look,
Here's your staff.
I'm cool.
All right, I gotta do it. I can't help it, I have to. And that's how Mr. Nuts got arrested, and the cops copped a nut. Skilled in the mystical arts of the ninjutsu, the Lano police attempt to break into a house. Literally.
That's these motherfuckers? Holy fucking shit, dude. I killed these motherfuckers. Fucking rattling the door like that. Holy shit, look at this.
By the way, this goes on for about 3 minutes, so I'm just gonna fast forward through it.
Get us a couple of...
Hey, don't try to break in my house.
Answer the door.
I'm right here.
We've been knocking on the door. Open the damn door.
No, I'm not opening
Open the door. We're coming through it.
No, you have no right to come in.
Yes, we do.
Actually, yes.
A domestic occurred here. We're going to conduct an investigation. You can open the door or we can kick it in. We can kick it in. Open it or we'll kick it in.
Why?
Because we're conducting an investigation.
This is my house.
Do you not understand? In a minute, I'm going to kick the door open.
Well, don't do that. Don't.
Open the door and talk to us like a reasonable person.
Oh, a reasonable person.
You have no reason to jack my door.
You motherfucker.
Open the door.
No, I don't have to open the door.
Then I'll kick it.
Go to the sheriff. Chief police. I don't have no reason to fight you guys. I don't know why you're...
Then open the door.
Quit trying to jimmy my door. That's ridiculous.
We didn't do anything to your door. We're trying to open the dang door.
Why?
Because you and your wife over here got in a fight. Open the door.
That's not my wife. I'm a girlfriend.
I don't care, whichever it is. Open the door.
I own this house.
I'm going to give you to the count of 3. If I kick that door in, you're going in jail for hindering an investigation. You understand that?
What are you investigating?
1.
What are you investigating?
A domestic.
Motherfuckers.
2.
This is my house.
All right, dude. You asked for it. Move out of the way. Move out of the way. Move out of the way. Move.
Oh, you guys don't fucking work here no more.
Move out of the way.
Why?
You got a taser with you? I'm gonna kick you.
What do you
Move out of the way.
Come on, man.
Move. Open the door. I'll give you one more chance to open that door.
What are you investigating?
I just told you, open the door.
No. What are you investigating? Stop!
I'm not playing with you, man.
No, open the door. Stop.
Get on the ground!
Oh, yes, sir.
Get on the ground!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm on the ground. Yes, sir. All right. What did we tell you? Over it. You're right. You're right. I'm not trying to fight you guys. What are you investigating?
A domestic.
Now that we've had a chance to get to know the cops and get to know the situation, you have the background. You know what's happened. Now let's find out what happened to the cops.
Another Llano police officer was in court today to learn his fate after a jury convicted him last month on abuse of power-related charges.
A Llano County jury convicted former Llano police officer Jared Latta of official oppression last month. Tonight, KXAN investigator Jody Barr joins us from Llano with the latest in this police corruption investigation.
3 trials, 3 convictions for the Llano County DA in a string of police indictments that nearly wiped this town's entire force out in 2018. Today's sentencing for former officer Jared Latta is the latest conviction for 4 officers who forced a man out of his house here and arrested him in 2017. Former Llano police officer Jared Latta walked back into the county courthouse Tuesday to find out whether he'll spend the next 2 years in jail. The Llano County grand jury indicted former Llano officers Grant Harden, Jared Latta, Amy Shannon, and Chief Kevin Ratliff over this arrest. Officer Shannon is the only one who has not been convicted, but her charges are pending. But the former chief says his and his fellow officers' convictions don't tell the whole story.
If people are left to believe with all of the convictions that you and the department you ran, you were operating at a certain level of, or a high level of corruption, would the public be wrong in that conclusion?
Yeah. The truth will come out eventually.
These came down to jury verdicts.
I understand, yeah. A jury only gets to hear certain parts of stories, so.
Man, I gotta tell you, that has got to be the cops' classic line. It's their go-to quote. The camera didn't catch the whole story. The jury didn't hear the whole story. The DA didn't. Well, who the hell hears the... Oh, the internal investigation gets the whole story.
Well, Jared Latta will not serve those 2 years in prison. That's because the judge said here today that Latta was the least culpable in this case, and he only sentenced him to 18 months of probation. As for Latta's police license, the judge left that up to the Texas Commission on Law Enforcement to decide whether he keeps that peace officer license. As for Officer Amy Shannon, there is no date set yet for her trial on her official oppression charge.
Now, as for the other cops that have been convicted and sentenced, and oh my God, the poor guys, they got hammered. The book was thrown at them. Former Chief Ratcliffe was convicted in July 2018 on 2 counts of official oppression and 1 count of tampering with a government record. Ratcliffe was sentenced to 12 months community supervision and did not spend any time in jail. The other one that has received a conviction was Harden. Harden was convicted in the Nut case last year and sentenced to 1 year in jail, but the judge suspended that to 2 years probation, and Harden was ordered to surrender his peace officer license, according to McKay. Harden's conviction and sentencing also included additional criminal charges not related to the Nut arrest. And by the way, he can appeal. He can appeal getting his license back. I'm John Masters. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.